Hi all, welcome to our 7th video in this series. Today we will start the third part of the formula and function. If you have not watched the first two parts of formula and function, I insist to watch them first. This video is all about logical function and requires you to develop logical thinking, and you need to be pretty clear about use of brackets. I have already created one video about using brackets. I would like you to go through that specific video, if not all, before this video. Excel is quite capable in handling any conditional situation and provides conditional functions like in any other programming language. Some of them are if function, nested if function, ifs function, and then switch function. We'll go through all of them one by one in the practical session. So this is our table which we will use to demonstrate all the functions, logical functions like if error, ifs, nested if, and switch function. Now if you look at the formula for this column, you can see I have written today function and then -1. Now we know that today function fetches the present day because it is connected with system date and time. So today -1 will show us the yesterday's date, and then this today function will show us the present date, and the remaining cells will show us today plus 1 till 5 days, so that we can have all days in a week. Thus we can say that date column is a dynamic column, and then it will keep on changing every day. These three columns will show us the day of the week for each corresponding dates, and then these three columns will show us if that date belongs to past or present or future. Now unfortunately there is no direct way in Microsoft Excel to show the day of the week. There is a weekday function, but then it returns an integer and not the day of the week. So what do I mean by this? Let's understand it first. Is equal to weekday tab, that will start the bracket, and then the serial number, and then the return type is there. So serial number will take the date, select the date, comma, and for each return type different numbers are being assigned to each weekday. So if our weekday is coming as Monday and then we are taking the return type as 1, we should get the output as 2. So what do I mean by this? Let's understand it first. So if our return type is 1 and let's say if our return type is 2, two different cases. In this case 1 will be taken as Sunday, 2 Monday, 3 Tuesday, 4 Wednesday, 5 Thursday, 6 Friday, and then 7 as Saturday. While in return type 2, 1 will be given to Monday, 2 to Tuesday, 3 Wednesday, 4 Thursday, 5 Friday, 6 Saturday, and then 7 to Sunday. Take a look at weekday function now. Is equal to weekday, select the serial number as the date, and then give the return type as 1. Now we know 13th of Feb is a Tuesday, and if we give the return type as 1, so 3 should be representing Tuesday, right? So we should get the output as 3. Let's see. Let's change the return type to 2, and then for return type 2 we know Tuesday is being represented by 2, so we should get the output as 2. Let's check it. The serial number and then return type as 2, we should get 2. See? So I hope you have understood what is weekday function and how it works. But then now there is no direct way to represent the name of the week. It is just giving the output as integer. So we need to use the if logic to show the name of the week in place of these integer, right? For example, if it is coming 1, it should represent as Sunday, if 2 then Monday, and 3 Tuesday, and likewise. So let's see how we can build logic around it. So is equal to if logical test, right? So logical test, we need to give weekday function, serial number. Let's take the return type as 2, where 1 will represent Monday and then 7 will represent Sunday. Bracket close. And if this equals to 1, we should get Monday. We need to use nested if here. Reason because we have many conditions that needs to be checked, and then we have many outputs that needs to be shown, right? So whenever we need more than 2 conditions that needs to be checked, we need to use if inside if, and that is known as nested if. So in this case, in place of value if false, we need to write another if logic. So let's write it. So if weekday, again the serial number, return type 2 is equal to 2, represent it as Tuesday. Again, if weekday serial number 2 is equal to 3, show us Wednesday. Again, if serial number 2 is equal to 4, show it as Thursday. Again, if weekday function serial number 2, it evaluates to 5, show it as Friday. And then anything apart from these 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, if anything else comes in place of weekday and then the serial number, show it as weekend. Let's close all the if. Okay, some error we have encountered. Let me see quickly if I can resolve that error. So it must be for brackets. So this is not closed. Let me close this weekday. This weekday is closed. This weekday is also closed. This weekday is also closed. This weekday is also closed. And then we have it. Okay, one less. Okay, done. So 13th of Feb is Tuesday, 14th of Feb is Wednesday, 15th is Thursday, 16th Friday, and we can check from our date in our machine, like 13th is Tuesday and then 14th is Wednesday. So our if condition has given us the right result. Another function is ifs function. So it is just an improvement over if function. Nested if function, in place of nested if function, we can use ifs. So ifs simply removes the redundancy of using if statement multiple times. Let's see how. So is equal to ifs logical test. So in place of logical test, we can write weekday serial number 2, this equals to 1, show it as Monday. Now in place of writing again if condition, we can simply write this logical test 2, right? So let's just copy it and then paste it again. So weekday, the same serial number and then 2. So if it equals to 2, show it as Tuesday. If it equals to 3, show it as Wednesday. Equals to 4, show it as Thursday. If it equals to 5, show it as Friday. And if it doesn't matches any one of it, just show it as weekend. Now in ifs function, there are only two arguments we can see, like test and then result, test and result, test and result. There is nothing for else. What if the test gets false, right? So in this case, if we want to give weekend for 6 and 7 like results, what if the evaluation comes to 6 or 7? In that case, we need to write the test as true. So whatever it comes, we are going to consider it as true, and then we want to display weekend for all those results. Let's do it. See, the same one. Let's understand the switch function. So in switch function, there is an expression, and then from this expression some value is taken, and then this value is matched against multiple values. Value 1, corresponding result 1, then value 2, corresponding result 2, and like this. So this value is matched against this value, against this value, and then whichever value is getting matched, the corresponding result will be displayed. So let's see how it works. Is equal to switch, and then in the expression we need to give weekday. This will be our expression. Now if the value comes as 1, display Monday. If the value comes as 2, display Tuesday. If 3, Wednesday. If 4, Thursday. If 5, Friday. If 6, Saturday. If 7, then Sunday. Okay, so here is the problem. I need to close the weekday first. Okay, now it's good. So here is the result. So that's how switch function works. So in this case, we can see we have given Saturday and Sunday rather than weekend. So in order to give it as weekend, simply remove 6, 7 and then simply give weekend. That will do. Now that we have understood the usage of nested if, ifs and switch function, let's use it for some other different result. So we want to compare the dates and see if it belongs to past, present or future. Okay, so let's use if function first. So if this date equals to today function, show it as present. If this date is less than today's date, show it as past, else show it as future. So 14th is past, 15th is present, and then all the dates from 16th till 20th will be future date. Let's use it for ifs function. Is equal to ifs, and then the logical test, this date is equal to today's date, show it as present. Again the logical test, so logical test will be date is less than today's date, show it as past. Again the logical test, if this date is greater than today's date, show it as future. Now let's try the same output with switch function. But then there is a catch with switch function. And that is, we can only match the exact value in expression. We don't get the privilege to match less than or greater than values. So we need to use the trick here, and that will be using true statement. as value in the expression and then giving conditions in values and pass the corresponding result. Now what do I mean by this? Let's check here. Is equal to switch tab. Now in the expression we can't give like this date is less than or equals to or greater than today function, because there is just one placeholder for expression. Okay, so we need to give here true, and then in value 1 we can pass this date equals today function. Then as a result, let's publish it present. If value 2, this date is less than today function, publish it as past. And if my third value, that is this date, is greater than today function, publish it as future, and then close the bracket, hit enter. See, we got the results. While this class has gone a bit long, I hope I have been able to clear doubts and queries around logical functions. I would like you to practice hard on these and let me know if you still have some queries. We'll meet you soon in next video that will be on text related functions and probably the second last video for functions in Excel. Till then, keep up your good work and continue learning. Thank you.